But we begin tonight with the vice presidential debate and competing visions for the future of the country. Democratic Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota squaring off with Republican Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio in New York in their first and only debate before Election Day. Now, over the course of 90 minutes, they touched on everything from Iran's attack on Israel to inflation, the cost of housing, health care, child care, January 6th, gun violence, and immigration. Here's how Senator Vance responded to a question about former President Trump's proposal calling for mass deportations of immigrants.
We've got 25 million illegal aliens who are here in the country. What do we do with them? I think the first thing that we do is we start with the criminal migrants. About 1 million of those people have committed some form of crime in addition to crossing the border illegally. I think you start with deportations on those folks. And then I think you make it harder for illegal aliens to undercut the wages of American workers. A lot of people will go home if they can't work for less than minimum wage in our own country. And by the way, that'll be really good for our workers who just want to earn a fair wage for doing a good day's work.
Governor Walz responding by pressing Vance on his false claims about Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio. Take a listen.
This is what happens when you don't want to solve it. You demonize it. And we saw this. And Senator Vance, and it surprises me on this, talking about and saying, I will create stories to bring attention to this. That vilified a large number of people who were here legally in the community of Springfield. The Republican governor said, it's not true. Don't do it. There's consequences for this. There's consequences. We could come together. Senator Langford did it. We could come together and solve this if we didn't let Donald Trump continue to make it an issue.
Well, if you've been watching the last half hour or so, you also saw moments of graciousness with the candidates agreeing on some points, though they profoundly disagreed when it came to former President Trump's refusal to accept the outcome of the 2020 election, along with the attack on the U.S. Capitol. Ballots, by the way, for Oregon voters hit the mail 2 weeks from tomorrow. That's Wednesday, October 16th. And in Washington, ballots go out 2 days after that. If you'd like more complete coverage and analysis right now at NBCnews.com.